welcome to Geek Girls Review. I'm Jessica Nova. You can follow me at thejessicanova on Instagram. You can also check me out on mygeekglory.com. So, what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about a comic book, and it's not going to be Sailor Moon, and it's not going to be, what else do we usually talk about? Tank Girl. It's going to be Batman, the other thing we talk about. Usually it's Harley, but today it's actually Batman, and it's specifically Batman Damned, which is an Azzarello, and I'm gonna mispronounce this, Bermejo. I'm gonna show you. I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. I am not great at names. I will be better. Especially if you phonetically tell me how to say it. I'll make sure I don't screw it up again. But I love the work that the two of these artists, writers, artists, talented folks. I love what they create together. The Joker book, and I know y'all know, but I fucking love that book. I think it's so good. It is one of my favorite trades. It's excellent. It's when I got that hardcover, I fell in love with the art. It was after The Dark Knight, and it was just fucking amazing. So I had really high hopes for this, and I'm very torn. Art-wise, the art is great. I didn't know there was and you're probably going to have to bleep out some of this, or it will be bleeped when you listen to it. I didn't know that there was a version that had Batman dingling, which I think is very cool, but also maybe unnecessary. It was a lot. I looked it up online and I was shocked, kind of, not like bad shock, just cool nudity. But it was super detailed. It was great art. It was also just, okay, maybe just to do it. I didn't think it necessarily added to that part of the story. So that was why I kind of felt like it was needless nudity. I would have felt the way if it was, a chick. But I am very glad that it was a little, out of the norm. It was a masculine body, where we usually have femme bodies that are more scantily clad. But yeah, it's not in this book. They fixed that. I love the size of this hardcover. So, usually when we get our comics, they're a little more issue size, but this is just a little bit bigger. It has a slipcase, which it just has real pretty art on it. And then this is actually what the book looks like. And it's Gotham looking super dilapidated. Almost initially when you look at it, it looks like it's on fire. I don't believe that it's supposed to be, though. Maybe it is. It's just kind of the shitty city that it is. There's going to be... Let's talk about the section that I really don't like. So, trigger warning. First of all, this has trigger warnings. Oh, this does have Batman booty. I don't know if I can show you all this, but they do have the page where his junk was, and it's just fuzzed out now. It's no longer detailed, but yeah, he just kind of strips and walks away, and it's kind of silly, but the gratuitous butt shots, great. It was just interesting that there was, I don't know, an artistic choice there. I do like seeing the different suits. You can see, I don't know if, I guess I'm going to show you his butt. Here, we'll cover his butt now that you've seen it. But there's a bunch of the suits, and I think that's cool. I like the idea that Batman doesn't just have one suit. But, let's get to the trigger warning. Oh my god. Zatanna looks great in this. That's not the trigger warning. Constantine's in this. Some of the fucking art in this is just... It's so good. But I want to talk to you about the part I really don't like. We get some great we get a new look for Harley, which we'll talk about. That's not the trigger warning. I want to find exactly how they phrase it here. Yeah. All right. Trigger warning. Coercion. We're going to say the R word. Rape. There's rape content. I don't know if you can say that on YouTube, so let's kind of pause this section. So, there's some coercion here, some forced intercourse attempts. I don't have all the things for YouTube in front of me, so I don't know what I can say, but this is fucked up. This is one of those things that, let's pause for a second. Trigger warnings. Also, I don't know if I can say this on YouTube, so disclaimer, I don't know that I can talk about this. Censorship, am I right? And I don't know if I can show it. So, but we're gonna tackle it like it is, and then we'll go from there. There's a rape section. The Joker, or the Joker's dead. Batman doesn't know what happened. Spoiler alert, Batman fucking killed him. So Harley loses it, like she fucking does. And her look is cool, kind of the fucked up stuff she does in this grief is cool. Then, after beating his ass, our sweet psychopath is gonna rape Batman. No, she's fucking not. No, she's not. No, she's fucking not, and it's disgusting that you wrote that. That is not okay content. I get it. You want to be subversive. You want to be like, oh, she's so psycho, she'll cross this line. No, we're not doing that. I understand she's a bad guy. I understand she's a bad guy, especially in this universe. The villains are villains, and I can respect that. I have a lot of feelings here because this is a character that I love so much. Ooh. Sorry, putting my knee up to rest my book. I do have the shoes she's wearing in this panel. That's cool. Solid choice. See, she totally has a knife in there. That's very cute. But, okay, that was her tongue. I thought it was a bullet, and I was like, this is just like a photo I took. Oh, very cool. I don't even know what I was saying. I'm so angry about this. I'm going to show you because she's not undressed in any way. So this is her mounting Batman, right? And she's a villain. This is also kind of, if I'm being real critical, this is a lame pose because you have her do this pose real sexy in the Joker book. So this just seems like a weird callback. And I'm sure it is because it's probably the same suit. She's in part of his stuff. So, like, I get that, but also lazy. Oh, but I do like this callback to, you know, Batman Returns. The Michelle Pfeiffer lick. I do not think this is how this would go. I don't think this is clever. I don't think it's particularly dark in a way that's... It's not what I want in my comics. This is my opinion. These are not the opinions of the channel. I don't want Harley Quinn raping people in comics. I think that's fucking gross. I don't think it's edgy. I think it's edgelordy. I think it's fucking bullshit. That's my thought there. So the fact that that happens in here really kind of tanks the book for me in a lot of ways. But if we're putting subject matter away and we're looking at it just as a comic, it's gorgeous. It really is beautiful. Even these fucked up scenes, there's art that I enjoy about this. Like, I even kind of understand it story-wise. I just don't think it's a good story. I'm like, okay, I see how you got there, but why the fuck did you go there? But like this, her pain here, the way this art is done, she's beautiful. You know, I think there's a lot of pain here. So there's just, I think that's great. Her drugging Batman, you know, I think that's okay. That seems like a Harley Quinn thing to me. I just don't think that she's a rapist. The whole church thing is cool. They deal with Constantine and Zatanna. Like I said, I do want to show you Zatanna. And it's that dark side of Gotham that I really like. Like it's extra spooky. You know, which I think is very cool to be able to do something extra spooky in a world that already has Batman, you know, like to make it creepy and more supernatural Swamp Thing. And this is fucking awesome. They do a couple of... Oh, Enchantress is a huge part of this book. That's another thing I really liked. I don't want to give you too much of the story. the spoiler I gave you really doesn't spoil anything in my opinion. But Batman, not knowing what happened, seeks out John Constantine. And you know, Constantine's Constantine. He works great in this universe. I feel like in some ways, part of this book was done because they didn't want to have to keep working on Joker style books in this style. You know, they wanted to have Batman continue and be able to do Batman in the really dope way they do Batman, in the gritty way they do Batman, and not it always be a Joker story, because honestly that's what I would want. When I knew that they were doing a new book, I wanted to know what the Joker Harley storyline of it was. And as successful as Joker was, that's not what they want to write. They wrote that, you know. So I guess, okay, it's maybe honestly, the rape scene, I wouldn't recommend this comic. Like, I would have to talk about that so much to recommend this comic, and that's kind of exhausting when you just want to be like, hey, this is a great read. Not, hey, this is a great read, the art's beautiful, except it's super problematic, and this part's really fucked up, except maybe it's not problematic because they're villains, except it is. It is. That's my thought. It's fine. I think you should read it if that subject matter doesn't bother you, if it's not too much of a concern. It is a beautiful book. It was easy to read, quick to get through. It pulls you all the way through it. So it's, for me, it wasn't one of those comics that I start and I have to work over 3 or 4 days because I just don't want to have my eyeballs involved in it that long. This straight through, you know, the art carries you, and there's so much art, and it's not very dense language wise. It's not too wordy. I think you'll enjoy it. I would be interesting. I would be interesting. I am interesting. I would be interested to know your thoughts on that part and how it affected you. If you didn't think it meant anything, you know, we could talk about that, except I think you're wrong. But anyway, I'm Jessica Nova. This is Geek Girls Review. I don't own this channel. They don't own my opinions. They're mine. So if you're mad, be mad at me. But anyway, thanks for checking. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, or maybe it's like and subscribe, and follow me on the Jessica Nova on Instagram, and check me out at mygeekglory.com. We are doing a Kickstarter for our second photo book volume, or our second photo book, volume 2, The Art of the Glorious Geek. You can check it out on My Geek Glory on Instagram and at mygeekglory.com. Again, I'm Jessica Nova. It's been wonderful talking comics with you, and let's do it again soon.